Hello guys, as promised in my last Lucci video, if we get 50 likes, I will make a deck profile. And we got that in just one day. Achieving this goal in just a day was amazing. Thank you very much. You are awesome. If you want to just see the deck profile without explanation, you can skip to the end of the video. But if you want to see the full thing, keep watching. First, I want to make it very clear, if you want to win your nationals or the European Championship with this deck, it's not possible. You should play Sakazuki for those events. But for sure you can win some locals with it and catch a lot of people by surprise. I have tested this build with the best players in my country and they were very surprised how fun and unexpectedly good it is. 81% of you have not subscribed to the channel, make sure you smash that subscribe button so you don't miss out more awesome content. I'm not gonna lie, this deck is my soft spot, I love it. I've been testing it a lot in the OP05 format and the worst matchup remains black. Especially now with Sakazuki being the best deck of the format, we have a really hard time competing with it. Every other deck is beatable. Most people think that yellow is the hardest matchup, but if they don't hit 4 to 5 triggers from life, we are good. Now let's get into the deck. I'm playing 12 2k counters, 4 Khalifa, 4 Tsuru and 4 Tashigi, and all of them are important. Khalifa is another target for Erdor, and now with the inclusion of Rebecca Walker, Tashigi and Tsuru are not just 2k counters, but they are really strong cost reducers that you can use multiple times. Of course I'm playing 4 Erdor. It's a very funny card, you can hit very good, you can also miss with it. But usually if you count how many CP targets you have played so far or have in your hand, you will most likely know when to play it. The 4 cost Kuan is still one of the best cost reducing cards. On play it replaces itself and gives -4 cost on attack to help you KO some of the big problematic characters. I'm also playing 2 Kumadori and 1 Jabra. Kumadori is a must, but I'm not so sure about the Jabra. I have tested this deck a lot and I have not summoned it even once, so I will probably just play 3 Kumadoris, because you can summon it back with the effect of Bueno. Speaking of which, 4 Bueno. Amazing with Erdor, it replaces itself and it's always a 4-off in the Erdor build. The best CP9 blocker. 2 Tfuku. Now almost every deck can bottom deck it, so his effect is not as relevant anymore. If I want to test some other cards in the deck, this will be the number 1 card to remove. I'm playing it because it's another CP target, but now you have way better blockers than this. And we get to the best card in the deck, Lucci. This card boosted not only this deck, but every single black deck. You can summon it with Erdor and with Bueno's effect. And since the effect is on play, you can even use it in your opponent's turn. For Pandam, just a searcher, it also helps us when we have to go first. Sabu is an amazing blocker, it can fix our hand and find us the card that we need. The second effect is also very nice, it can protect our board against the destruction effect of the black decks or a lucky thunderbolt trigger from life. 3 Rebecca. When I first started experimenting with the deck, I thought to myself, why should I play this card? I don't have any 3 cost characters that I want to play rested, so I just put 1 in the deck at random. But every time I drew this card, it was insane. Now I think this is probably the strongest blocker in the deck and it's an absolute must. I'm thinking of removing 1 Tfuku and playing 4 of her. 4 Kaku. No explanation needed, it's just insane with Erdor. 3 Great Eruption. I like cards that do something and replace themselves, and -2 cost and drawing a card is pretty strong. I was also testing the stage card Eni's Hobby, but sometimes I find myself at a situation when I just want to draw a card because I'm searching for a blocker or something else. Also, Eni's Hobby is not a CP card and it's not searchable with Pandam, which is actually strange. If you can play it only at a CP deck, it should be a CP card. And finally, 1 Kobe. My destruction cards are Kaku and Lucci, so I wanted to add 1 more. And it turned out very nice. If I mill it with Teror, I can always get it back with Rebecca and use it again. But if it gets bottom decked, there is no getting it back. And this is the full deck list. Right now, every tier 1 deck is playing a lot of blockers, so you can use your leader ability very easy. Unlike the Sakazuki deck, here you want to always go second. Your curve is just better that way. You have a lot of 4 cost cards that you want to play on your 4 dawn turn. Going first is definitely a disadvantage. So, tell me in the comments what you think. See you next time. Adios.